Welcome to part 3 of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, and today we're under the sea.
Awesome. Under the sea.
The sea wind
Let's
is
not
always
look
green
forward to
now
that when we do
in
Kingdom
somebody else's
And
way.
look forward to some more Alan Menken goodness in the beauty movie.
So in this,
Oh yeah, that's
so
right.
in
Aren't
this,
we getting a live-action Little Mermaid at some point?
I think we are, yes.
I gotta
Okay,
say
so-
though,
well, aren't we?
I gotta say though, props to Disney. They've done a good job of showing that, hey, guys, just because it's a live-action adaptation doesn't mean it has to suck.
Well, it's probably, which is interesting because their first one, Alice in Wonderland, well, the last.
Hold on, didn't they have another live-action adaptation before? Oh, that's right. That Cinderella flick they had back in 1990 something. I like that one.
Anyway, so in this part, Nate's been given a job to scour the bottom of this local river. Is it a river or is it a quay?
A river. There's even a bridge over it and everything.
Or
as you'll
a
see later.
canal.
Nate's job is now to basically he takes care of. He has the double thing. He has a desk job, but at the same time, he's also the guy in terms of taking out a lot of garbage out of the sea and stuff. So this is the closest to an actual adventure he has nowadays.
Yeah.
Old habits die hard. Might as well make them where you work.
Okay, by my count, we're shy 2 crates. I'm gonna go round them up.
I wonder if one of those crates has been stolen. Well, thank goodness this isn't in the ocean, otherwise he'd have to watch out for those predators a lot of video game devs like to put into video games that freak me out.
And don't worry, you're not on a time limit here.
The crate's pinned.
Wow, hey, at least this isn't like Echo the Dolphin, where everything under the water wants to savage you.
Well, it depends. Like I actually really like the first 2 Echo games, the first 2 main ones at least. But I will admit, yeah, the 3D one is garbage.
I was talking about the first Echo game, which is kind of nightmare fuelish.
Well, the
I
thing is,
only
well,
played the first one. That was the only one I had available to me.
Echo
I
2 is
hope
much
it did.
better. Echo 2 is much better.
Did it?
I know. I saw Johnny's review on the series.
Did Echo 1 scar you as a child, Troy?
No, not really. Honestly, I just found it a bit tedious at times.
Same.
And
Nate,
the
so
thing about
what we're gonna-
yeah, it's true.
What we're going to
Right.
call this part? What we're going to call this part? Nate the Dolphin.
Sure, why not?
I almost feel sorry for that Kickstarter of Echo feeling, but considering that we have stuff like Mighty Number 9 trying to bring back old stuff, maybe it was best to left. Well, okay.
Well,
okay,
the
okay.
thing.
Okay,
Well, come on. Let's not
okay.
put everything under the bus just because my number 9 was a piece of crap.
Okay. The obvious Mighty Number 9 joke aside, to be fair, yeah, Echo is sadly an acquired taste. I mean,
yeah,
which is a
yeah,
shame,
that's
because
the-
like
that's-
you'd
that's
think
the
that they
thing.
would have been able to make it work. Because like seriously, you had Sonic for speed on land, you had Knights for speed in the sky, and Echo was
And
supposed to
Echo's
be the one
really
for
fast
water.
on water. Well, actually, all the Echo games are actually pretty well made. It's just that, like Jova said, they're kind of acquired taste because they're very hard, and the story is very unorthodox.
That is until we got the Dreamcast. That is until the Dreamcast game, which, okay, the Dreamcast game has issues. For one thing, okay, the Dreamcast game tried to emphasize story over gameplay in an Echo game.
It's in one of those things where it's Echo is one of those franchises that could only been made by 90s Sega. That back when they were always making these off the wall completely. Nowadays it's Sony's Japan studio who makes games like that, but back in the 90s, it was mostly Sega doing all of these wacky, complete.
In this part, we're going to be we're going to be shown another feature of the grappling hook, tying it around objects to pull them.
Just cause already did that. I'm not saying that that's a detriment to this game. I'm just gonna point out what everyone's going to say because
He's just explaining the mechanics.
Well, and again, I did that too. When whenever the first Uncharted games brought up, I kept mentioning how Tomb Raider Legend technically did this kind of thing before that game.
Again. Remember, Dwibs, I don't mean it as a detriment. I'm just pointing out because, yeah, everyone's going to point to how Just Cause 2 did revolutionize how helpful a grappling hook could be. Like, seriously. In Just Cause 2, you can literally grapple a plane to another plane and watch the chaos ensue.
Hey, Jovi, you know what's ironic?
What?
at the time, Just Cause and Tomb Raider, the ones that did this kind of stuff before Uncharted, were both done by IDOS.
Huh. Maybe.
What about
if I
what
recall
about Just
correctly-
Cause 3?
Oh, Just Cause 3 is pretty good from what I hear, although...
Well, Just Cause 3 is Square Enix, just because they bought IDOS, remember?
From what I hear, Just Cause 3 is kind of like comparing... I don't want to say Arkham Knight, but I guess more so Arkham Origins. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not glitchy, but let's just say it does more than Just Cause 2. It's hard to get a feel of what Just Cause 3's reaction was.
My guess was Avalanche was a bit was a bit cool because they were doing Mad Max at the same time.
See, here's the thing. Up until Just Cause 3, Just Cause 2 was, and I say this without any exaggeration, Just Cause 2 was literally the hugest open world game out there. I mean, you could go like... Okay, you literally had an island's worth of stuff to do. Not only that, you could grapple anything to anything. Like, say you want to grapple a jeep to a plane, you've got it. You want to try...
And out we go.
Yeah, you
There
want
we
to...
are. See it? As you can see, it's a river.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, it could have been worse. It could have been the Thames River, which, I'm sorry, dudes, is kind of historically one of the dirtiest rivers in history.
We are aware.
Why haven't you guys done anything to try claiming it?
Because dirty rivers are part of our culture.
I
guess.
see. Is that why a lot of our
Okay,
Republicans...
so-
Talk to our government. It's got nothing.
Is that why a lot of our Republicans seem to like Britain?
Anyway, so got the job done. Now we're going to talk to the foreman.
Press
the
triangle
leader.
to speak.
Good to have you back, Drake. Yeah, it's good to be back.
Ha!
Down your gear.
Nice one.
You know, tossing down heavy stuff like that can be dangerous.
Yeah, they're used to it. As long as you know the right way to catch it, you'll be fine.
I'm just making your job easier, right?
There you go. So, Alexa's probably going to keep her foot away from Nathan for the rest of the week now.
Why?
Because, you know, he's still eating like fish for a week, he just said earlier. Oh, and you press triangle, you can get extra dialogue.
Yeah, just like in The Last of Us.
How do you think? Full recovery?
This game's a rip-off, 0 out of 10.
Yes, Naughty Dog is apparently ripping off itself.
Yeah, the monsters.
You know, I think...
Believe it or not, there are some people who actually think companies can do that, but yeah.
I guess if we want to say maybe it's a different team, but that's really a stretch.
Wait a minute.
Not really. It's kind of pretty much the same team. Naughty Dog's A team.
Yep. It's almost as stupid as when people thought that Grady's Attorney was ripping off the crossover.
So, what was this thing that Nate collected from the bottom of the river?
Let's check it out.
I'm sure in no way will this have a bearing on the plot. It's just everyday life.
Either way, it's gonna be a while to the next dive.
What are you talking about? What about Thursday's job? Oh, come on, no.
Look at my direction, guys. I spin the camera
Oh
everywhere.
no, he's a freelancer, isn't he?
Yep.
Well, okay. Basically, he got underbid, which means a freelancer came around offering to do it for a lower price.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Okay, let's get this open. Where is this going?
Wow. Look at that. You struck copper.
Copper!
Well, you're surprised how much this stuff is worth.
There.
It's paying good
I get the
money.
feeling Nate really misses the days when it was something valuable inside.
Let's go celebrate. First round to me.
Well, we'll get to see it later when he's having dinner for ourselves.
Yeah.
If it's all the same to you, I think I'm just gonna do the paperwork and get home and crash.
Yeah, I'm not really that happy, you know,
Get
kind
it?
of getting
Get it,
replaced.
guys? Get it? Hey, guys, get it? Crash.
He's gonna go home and crash. Get it?
Oh yeah, that's right. This was me back in the day when people were thinking that they weren't making a new Crash game.
Well, they aren't.
Be-
Technically, it's a remake, but it still counts.
yeah. But yeah, seriously, yet another
I guess.
example of Bruce Straley pulling a big wonder bluff to trick
What are you doing
people.
here?
Although I'll be quite honest, I never fell for it.
Present for you.
Present.
He was probably under contract
Got some
anyway,
news from
so
a contact
he wouldn't be able
that
to.
wreck off the coast of Malaysia.
Oh no.
Oh, coast of Malaysia.
Cargo
Malaysia,
line
eh?
completed.
The Malaysia job. That's the name of this chapter. Basically, Jameson wants to bring Nate for a specific job, and the problem is that he doesn't have the permits. So, and Nate doesn't really take that kind of work anymore. So he's basically trying to.
So he's been doing all his adventuring without a permit.
You get the permits?
No, he did not get the permits. Can't no one get the damn permits.
Of course not.
But Nate, don't you see that works in our favor? No permits means no competition. The ship is ours.
No permits means no go.
Nate,
No
I'm a
means
this is
no.
retired.
I'm a married man
For
now.
the both of us.
Yeah, the last thing I want is to go home to her later, explaining to her, "Oh hi, love, one of my arms is missing."
Listen, I have to pass. And trust me, so should you.
Okay, just take it with you. Humor me.
I'm not
okay?
gonna change my mind.
No, then don't hurt to sleep on it. Does it?
Yeah, I'll sleep on the piece of paper.
Say hi to Carla and the kids for me, okay?
Right. No pressure,
Alright.
Nate.
Yep,
Think
no
about it.
pressure.
And
No
there you go.
pressure, but it's right there. Come on.
Please.
And there you go. And there you go. Chapter 3
Your
over.
homework on this one.
Yeah, I swam and walked a bit.
Oh, goody.
And had a dodgy conversation.
Search area. Would make a hell of a find.
Are we in chapter 4
Wait,
yet?
no.
Well, technically
yet.
it's not yet, but it's gonna show up right now, right after this.
And I'm big on yet.
You are going with the others.
You've been saving files of these.
Yep.
I'm sure you're not going to pursue this at all.
Here we go.
No.
Chapter 4, A Normal Life.
AKA the nostalgia level.
Yep.
So,
As a little but so yeah, since this is the last of the Nathan Drake saga, Neil thought it would be the perfect, and since it fits the story that we're.
Climbed your big brother some years back.
Pedro? No, oh no, guys, Pedro's gone. What do we do?
Dwibs, since you're the one who recorded this, why don't you give us trivia?
Okay, anyway, that thing we just saw was the statue from Uncharted 2.
Spanish doubloon found
Uncharted
German
1.
U-boat in the middle of a jungle. Who would have thunk?
And also, I think we get little musical snippets from those respective games.
Sir Francis Drake, that's cute. Don't we also get a throwback to Jack and Daxter in
Francis
here?
Drake takes a bullet for Sully.
Of course. The little journal that absorbed the bullet for Sully.
Found this on my old camera. Thought you'd like to have it. E.
I wonder who
Who,
E could be.
Edna Mode.
Maybe.
Hope Pedro gets back in time, because you won't want to miss the, you know what.
Oh, yes, of course.
Hmm.
I can't imagine what else they could do for our nostalgia in this level.
One of the strangest
Oh, a
things
crystal
about
skull.
wars.
Probably screaming and
Who else has seen? Oh, wait, you
Still in the
haven't.
call, so he hasn't dropped. Maybe he's just muted.
I don't know.
Probably.
But anyway, we'll just do we'll do it at Top Gear tradition. We'll just carry on and leave them behind.
Because we're good people like that.
Yes, we are. All right, so I'm gonna have to rely on Jover's recording for this one.
Well, you have been relying on my recordings more often lately anyway.
Miss you, pal.
Shambhala
Aw.
from Uncharted 2.
So,
Hey,
gl-
Pedro.
Hey, can
so
you hear me,
glad
guys?
that that guy
Yeah.
managed to
Yes.
survive.
Discord fucking sucks. Anyway, moving on.
So anyway, I was just pointing out what games came from which one. We just saw Shambhala, pictures from Uncharted 2 with Tenzin.
Are you gonna show the
Um,
photos of their wedding?
Yes.
Francis and his
All right.
but
Could you give me the time then? Because
1424.
Wait,
25.
hold on. Discord can't mess you up on the time.
I know, but YouTube decided
So
to join in.
It sounds like
so-
more of
Pedro-
a. It sounds like more of
Pedro,
a
what time are
connection
you at?
problem. than a dis-
14:45.
Yeah, not for nothing, Pedro. It sounds like
14:45.
more of a connection problem than a Discord problem.
Okay, get ready, and click. Also,
Those
Pedro,
cute
correct me
stones.
if I'm wrong, but is it true that if you pick up an item related to another Uncharted game, you get a snippet of music from that game?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I thought so.
So I
That's what I
forget.
mentioned
Do we
earlier.
also get any Jack and Daxter memorabilia?
Well,
No.
Jova, the upcoming Easter egg is
I'm
enough for
not
you.
going. I'm not going to spoil the elephant in the room downstairs, of course.
Ah, okay then.
But I'm just saying. I mean, go.
Hold on. And now here's one that let's just say we're going to explain later what that is.
Okay.
And look, the cross. So this is of course stuff from the prologue.
Yeah, that's right. His brother's
Wow, he
dead.
still has that thing.
That's right. His brother's dead, guys.
Yeah. But it's something he'd quite like to forget.
Anyway, Jova, we're obviously going to need your audio for this one.
Ew. Sorry about your connection there.
Don't worry, I'm fine now.
Well, did you have a blackout or something?
No, I didn't. It just decided to go apeshit for a few seconds.
That's internet connection for you. I
The
should
Ram
know.
of the
The
Pillar.
pillar. Uncharted reference, yay.
Royal Inn.
Nate, how's things? I've been up to my usual shenanigans. Nothing major, but enough to keep the heat on and the wine stocked. Caught wind of something that sounded right up your alley should you ever change your mind. Give me a yell. I'm always on hand for a quick getaway. Love Miss not appearing in this game.
AKA Lara Croft.
Don't worry, I'll be getting my own game.
Yeah, along with, what's her name?
Laura Bailey, was it?
Nadine Ross.
Really, my
Yeah, Nadine, who we'll be seeing later on in this game. I think it's in part 4 or 5, I'm not sure.
I think it's probably part 5 since this is probably going to be a little part 5.
Aww.
Oh yeah.
Got a little phone gun.
So yeah, this is a really clever way to get people who might have picked this out as their first Uncharted game, like Angry Joe, and have a little thing for the guns tutorial. Basically, you can stay here and practice the gunplay as much as you want.
Bullseye.
That is so cute.
Nate got bored.
Back in business.
He's still a kid at heart.
Yeah.
Or he...
As you can see, Shiwa, he still misses his treasure hunting days.
Yeah. Well, it was pretty obvious from earlier.
Eat plastic.
I mean, see, the thing about treasure hunting like that is like, oh, yeah, it's dangerous, and your first time you'll probably think, oh my god, I'm never doing that again. But when you're someone who's as lucky as he is at surviving that stuff, I can see why you wouldn't mind the danger as much. In fact, that's probably why Phoenix has sort of gotten a bit more used to threats. I love how the music is all serious.
So long.
Pew, pew, pew.
Just in case.
No, I'm
Taking
still
so-
here.
If this were the Lego movie, he'd be saying pew, pew, pew every time he shoots.
Yeah.
Jovi, you're still recording, aren't
And
you?
Yes, of course. Why do you ask?
And yeah, if you manage to hit all of the targets like Dwibs just did, you'll get a trophy saying I still.
Yep, like I did just there.
Wow, Dwibs, I have to say, you're not sucking so far.
Amazing, isn't it? Well, remember, I had it out of fuck-up I did during the first sneaking section.
Yeah, but you only had one. Maybe it's the power of my belief in you. Or maybe it's just the power of determination.
Or it's the power of having Uncharted 2 under your belt.
In the meantime, here's Elena's office, I'm guessing.
I wonder
Yeah.
if this is supposed to be like a throwback to...
Bangkok. There you go. Believe it or not, that particular piece is a clue for a question you're gonna get later on.
Cute,
Full
cute,
colour maps,
cute.
local history, tools, filled with local knowledge. This guide will help you out at every aspect. Have you guys been to Thailand?
I
Sadly,
haven't.
no.
Me neither. My dad has.
So yeah, just like in The Last of Us, this game uses the scenery to bolster its storytelling by including all these clever little touches that further add to the characters in the world.
And this is what Nate and Elena have been up to.
Yeah. Aw.
At a market, at a
And
safari.
Ari's music is very sweet here.
Unfortunately, we can't touch the printer.
Oh.
Staff room. If this was heavy rain, we would be able to take an invisible piss.
No, I can't. I
Oh
can't
my
do
god,
that.
I
Being 0
forgot
out
you
of
could
10.
do that. Wait. Yeah, you could do that.
Yep.
How...
What?
How Well, okay. I'll give
Because immersion, Jova.
Well,
I
okay.
guess.
I'll give Heavy Rain credit.
Yes, because
For as
when
much-
I want a game to be immersive, I want to be able to take a piss.
Okay. Now, to its credit, for as much as we can probably make fun of that, for the time, it was kind of actually impressive that they went that far the
Okay,
mile.
wedding photos.
Again, that's sort of why Heavy Rain does kind of earn its praise, and why it's still regarded the best of a Sadness trilogy.
I've already mentioned that in our playthrough, so I'm just gonna shut up.
Alright. I can you imagine how the wedding went. I can imagine just Nate and Elena just saying your tradition, and then they do their vows in their own peculiar way. It'd be like, Nate, do you want Elena to be your missus? Yeah. Elena, do you want Nate to be your mister?
Well,
Yeah.
they could
Go
do
ahead,
it like
Nate.
at the end of Spaceballs. Nate, do you? Yes. Lena, do you? Yes. All right. The very wife. Go ahead.
Also, Pedro, if it's in a constellation, don't worry. I'm still ticked off at Heavy Rain for managing to beat the likes of Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Bioshock,
that how your
for those
wedding-
awards.
But-
Pedro, is
And
that how
Mass
your
Effect
wedding?
2.
Pedro, is that
that
how
was
your
stupid.
wedding went?
No.
You
How
just
did
wanted
you-
to get it.
Wait.
You just wanted to get it done with. It's like, can we just? Can
No,
we just say
we,
yes?
ma-
No,
we
wait, no,
married
wait,
for we married for the registry, and there was no ceremony.
Aww. Well, I got an idea.
We're too lazy and cheap for that, Jova.
Oh, wait. I got an idea for the power of fiction. And thus Pedro and his wife had a daring wedding of true love. You see, at the wedding, it turned out that the two of them were spies. And then
All right,
the
and now
evil
you-
government
oh,
agents came and interrupted the
You're
wedding.
spy kids
But
now.
then they escaped by
All right,
parachuting
Elena,
off a cliff, which...
Elena, no. Okay, Jova cutscene.
All right,
I was.
and
called
now we're gonna get one of the best cutscenes in the entire game.
And we called Jova Elena.
Jovo... Wait, what? Dwibs! Are you into me like that? Dwibs, you're not helping the shipping. It's bad enough I have a Sapphire avatar and you have a Ruby avatar.
And
So-
Alice,
so, Dwibs, are you
and
going-
Alice suddenly ships you two now.
Time to drink some beer.
Yeah, I prefer cider. I wish you could pick cider, or whatever. I'm
Isn't
biased.
cider pretty much just British beer?
Nah, it's
You have
different.
to get the dinner, Dwibs.
Don't you mean tea? Yes, they
No,
also
it's-
call dinner tea in Britain.
Yeah, we do, but this is the States, so it's called dinner.
Well, I say dinner. Probably because I drink a lot of tea.
Here we go.
Mm.
Let's see if Dwibs paid attention to that Bangkok magazine.
Finish it?
Yeah,
What is it they have?
you know.
Hold on.
It's probably too long and full of typos, but that's what editors are for, right? God, I'm starving.
Final Fantasy VII would like a word with you, Elena. These guys are sick. I mean, these guys are sick?
Got
Fucking
none
hell,
of that.
guys.
Oh, sorry.
This guy.
I'm sorry. How was your day?
Oh, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Typical day in paradise.
I got replaced.
I got to pull a bunch of garbage out of a river.
Hmm.
Yes.
At least you
So
got to
while
go
she
for a
gets to do
swim.
her job that she's been doing for her whole life, he had to give up his
The anime.
job.
Oh, it was a brilliant trip. It was,
Also, yes, Naughty Dog, you are amazing at animating people eat food in a video
probably
game.
the natives called it a semi.
There you go, Pedro.
So,
The
stuff.
food it is.
Cereal, I think.
Cereal?
It started out
I
as
For
think.
dinner?
Whatever. I didn't pay attention.
Looks
tourism
like,
in Bangkok, but
Come on, camera angle.
I just
Show
don't
me.
like the angle.
Is that a
Oh,
salad?
here we go. Here we go. Hold on.
Everyone immediately commented about how rude the smog was. That it was like
Hi, Uncharted 1.
High picture that Ubisoft complained about.
Oh, that's true. Wait, Ubisoft were the ones who complained about it?
It's a long and stupid story.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know about the story. It's just like, oh, I thought it was fans who complained about it, but oh yeah, you're right. It was Ubisoft themselves.
What?
where are you?
Because oh no, it looks like an island from Assassin's Creed 4.
Start to the fork.
What? Just keep going. It was interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. What's my article about?
Come on, Dwibs. Come on, Dwibs.
And yes, Shira, we actually have to answer that question. There you go.
This is
So, Dwibs, did you
easy.
read it? Did you read it? Come on, Dwibs.
The people of Bangkok, and the smog, and how they can't get a flight anywhere. And
Did I get it? Did I get it right?
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Valiant.
I was in the
Really?
ballpark, right?
In a different state, but yeah, you were in a ballpark.
Somewhere.
Jameson asked you about that Malaysia job again.
Jameson always asks me about the Malaysia job.
I
Look,
This is like the
forget.
80th time he asked me.
The correct answer was flights into Bangkok, I believe.
Hold on, this is important here.
Really? I mean, he doesn't have the permits.
Nate, you're a terrible liar, and that's never stopped you before.
It's not worth it.
it doesn't sound that risky.
Even Elena's encouraging it.
Encouraging him.
Just say this is going to be important for plot resolution later. The fact that Nate is kind of lying to himself a bit here.
Not take it because of me.
I'm not taking it because of me, okay?
Liar.
I appreciate the gesture. It's
You're a
just-
shit liar, dude, and she knows it.
I'm gonna go ahead and do
I mean,
the
look,
initiative.
Nate, you're lucky. No way are you
Hold
gonna...
on, guys. Here we go. This is the part we've all been waiting for.
I mean, at least, let me try to earn it or something. Let me
Oh, yeah.
play you for it.
You'll play me for
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Nate,
your
you are so
TV game
desperate.
thing.
Your little
I
TV
enjoy
game.
Little TV game thing.
Come, come on.
He sounds
He
like
says
my-
it. He says it. Hold on.
scared now.
You don't even know what it's
High
called.
score. I want...
Since Nate never had a normal life, he doesn't know anything about video games.
For that.
What?
So what do you say?
Dude, someone get this guy to the video game ZR room immediately.
Wow, okay, cowboy.
But like Nate said, I saw you
Oh,
play. It's
and
running
oh-
and jumping,
oh
and
my-
I have an knack for that.
Guys,
There we
look,
go.
it's a PlayStation 1 inside of a
Making me
PlayStation...
feel old.
Guys, look, it's a PlayStation 1 inside of a PlayStation 4
this it?
and an Xbox?
No, it has to load.
Load.
Yes.
Yes.
No, there's no X. I'm pretty sure they
No.
can't do that, Joe.
I'm talking about that console that had an X on it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's obviously not an
There we
actual
go.
Xbox, but it's a reference to Xbox.
Here we go, guys. The Crash Bandicoot bits.
Is there a problem?
Now, believe it or
I
not,
love this
Yeah, I
reaction.
love this.
How do you make it go?
Start button.
Yeah, press the start button.
Throughout all this, like,
Okay.
Nate
So you
basically
wanna
sounds
ride
like my
horse
mother.
The writing in this scene is so fucking good. Like, it's so genuine. It literally feels like when you're actually teaching an old parent how to play a game.
you know
Yes,
what's
Ladies
funny?
and
it does.
I gotta go. Ladies and gentlemen, hey guys, it's Nate, Liver Lady here, welcoming you to our Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot.
You know what's
Yes.
funny is, Michael? Elena will actually react if you mess up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elena reacts accordingly.
Fox and jeans.
Okay, smash the boxes.
Hey, I didn't know Crash Bandicoot had a high score. By the way, Dubes, have
it's
you
a
actually...
Bandicoot.
That reminds me, Dubes, have you played the original Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you should know the stage well now. That said, though, normally I complain about you getting not all the boxes, but considering what's at the end, well, I'll explain that later.
It's a bandicoot.
Doesn't look anything like a Bandicoot.
What are you saying, Nate? That totally looks like a Bandicoot.
No, but I'm sure they don't wear sneakers.
Also, they brought back his speaking voice in Skylanders, which was actually pretty nice.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
You
I'm
are
make it.
going to
No!
make...
Wait, I like this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How do I climb back up?
You're dead.
Well,
So,
I would have climbed back up.
okay, Dubes. Did you do that on purpose just to get the reaction? Because if so...
No, I was so close.
Well, either way, Dubes, not bad. And besides, hey...
Oh no, trust me. When you play for the next session, it's actually much better if you purposely fail because you get a lot of great lines from the characters.
And as for actually beating Elena's high score,
It cannot actually be done because they intentionally made the score unbeatable for this part, but you can beat it later on. Which
Is it
Yeah.
a developer score?
There you go.
No, it's not. It's just something.
Okay, let's see
for
how
the
I
se-
did.
it's for the sake of the specs cutscene, of course.
And oh,
Oh, here you go. I love this one.
so that means Elena's kind of a dirty cheater when you think about it, Shiroi, because...
You asked.
I love it in his face.
yeah, he's like,
It's priceless.
Oh, by the way, okay. One request, Dubes. When you do get to the second part of the game, when you get to play this,
Good.
beat Elena's
No,
high
not yet.
score.
Start the smack talk
There's
now.
this mode called easy mode. I just switch it.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot has an easy mode?
Keep talking.
Where has this been my whole life?
Yeah, if only I'd have known that.
She's loving this.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. It's
Oh.
a tickle monster.
Crash getting late since 1995.
6.
That is until Tana left him for Pinstripe. I'm hoping...
1996, Pedro.
Okay. Small
Yeah,
hope.
Crash Bandicoot gets other people late, but it couldn't get him late.
Okay. Small hope in the remake. I'm hoping that Tana actually sticks around and doesn't ditch him for Pinstripe.
Well, I've heard that they are planning to keep her around for other things, but I don't know. if
Well,
that's true.
Coco's still in 2 and 3.
Yeah, but hey,
That was some of the best married couple writing I've ever seen in a video game.
I know, right?
Yeah, we introduced to Nate the tickle monster.
But yeah, I gotta say, it's quite interesting managing to. Well, okay, obviously they couldn't take the
Hold
actual.
on. Obviously, there's gonna have to be a plot in this game at some point. So let's just say the plot is knocking at the door.
Literally.
Alright, I'm coming.
Oh, he's not just any a-hole.
Can I help you? Yeah, I'm
Well, thanks a lot, subtitles.
It's about your height. A little bit leaner.
You gotta love those parts when subtitles unintentionally spoil who a character is,
It's good to see you again, Nathan.
right? Am I right, guys?
Oh, all right,
Yes.
all right. Take it easy.
Don't worry, they explain how he survived.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I saw you get shot.
Yes, you did. Right there. Jesus.
And now, with the combined powers of Nolan North and Troy Baker, we will kickstart the plot.
Wow, those doctors must be miracle workers, considering how you were looking pretty lifeless when you fell that big amount too.
Confirmed you were dead.
Well, again, adrenaline can do a lot.
Okay, so they wanted to see
Considering they were racing, they were running while it happened. The adrenaline was probably a thing for his veins at that point.
And if I had
Probably.
known, I swear to you, I would have
You
come
would have
out.
come back.
Hey, at least it's not like Quantum Break, where a guy supposedly can survive all that
Oh,
time.
thank God. Well, you know one thing I'm glad
Oh, no, this is important.
Hey,
There you go.
You still with me?
I'm glad this averts the cliche of why didn't you come back for me?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I mean, I'll admit at first I thought Nate was gonna be just like, well, all mad of, wait, you were alive and you never told me? I hate you and all that. And no, his actual first
Yeah.
reaction is,
And Nate's not really the kind of guy to hold a grudge like that, honestly.
When
No.
did you get out? How'd you even get here? Find me?
All right. Slow down. Okay? Have a seat.
oh,
Don't worry, don't worry. We're gonna have a flashback, and I'm gonna tell you everything through it.
wouldn't it be fun? It's funny though.
It all started when Neil
this one.
Josh wrote this bit.
Pretty crazy.
Here we go. And now Dwibs gets to choose which specific Uncharted game he can tell Sam about.
Train in the Himalayas.
Yeah, the rail train from Himalayas, of course.
Hey guys, can you guess which one it is?
2, I'm guessing.
Sam, where do I start?
Joe Vashioi, do you have any guesses?
I'm gonna say 2, actually.
There you go.
A
Shambhala,
few years back, I got
Uncharted 2.
breaking into this Turkish museum to steal this oil lamp. Okay,
Oil lamp.
it was an artifact from Marco Polo's lost treasure fleet.
Kublai Khan's treasure.
Yeah, and as it turns out, there was a whole hell of a lot more on those ships than just treasure.
True.
I mean, what can I
So
say?
yeah, they spent
Another
all night
lost
catching up on conversation.
Yeah.
Another lost city destroyed.
Well, yeah, I mean, he hasn't seen his brother for years.
15.
Oh, nearly 2 decades.
There is a problem though, as we're about to learn.
No, it's literally unbelievable. you tell me you stumble upon yet another archaeological gold mine, and somehow you manage to walk away with nothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of a shit at this whole treasure hunting thing.
Yeah, there's a
No, he's
reason
good at-
why I retired.
Well, maybe that's why it's called treasure hunting, not treasure keeping.
Engagement ring.
I guess, yeah.
Engagement ring. I'm married. I can't believe Elena from the stories. That's my wife. You gotta come meet her tonight. Dinner at my place. You're coming to dinner. I can tell her all about you.
Hello, lovely wife. Here's my dead brother.
Nathan,
Yeah, he's just
Hey.
realised that.
Hey, it could have been even more awkward if they had a kid.
Hold on.
Hey,
Turns out Sam is actually in trouble, so hold
Kind
on.
of trouble.
Oh no.
does the name Hector Alcazar ring a bell with you?
Oh no, not Hector again.
Drug lord.
Mm-hmm.
Butcher of Panama, right? Why?
It's a funny story, but last year he was my cellmate.
Again.
So this is how I got out of prison.
It started with a flashback.
There we are.
There are actually toilets in this one.
Wow, toilets, best prison ever.
You're not reading tonight?
That reminds me, I need to record more parts soon.
Again, don't forget we have the behind-the-scenes videos too as a stopgap.
And besides, sooner or later we'll have Last of Us to, buffer, when we go back and forth between this.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that
After this part, we can do another LOU part.
Yeah.
We can.
How can they be
Wait,
contained with their
We said a lol part.
Well, it technically is a LOU part. LOU. It just depends on how you pronounce it.
Where are we at? Hmm? No offense.
We're talking about how to pronounce acronyms.
have ambition.
Oh.
And when we get out of here, that ambition will take us
Oh
to
boy,
places
Hector
even-
sounds a bit more crazy with age.
Amen to your optimism.
I love how Sam takes us. Yeah, amen to your optimism and crap.
Get out, son.
Whoa, did Hector get bigger or
Yeah, but
something?
what would he do if he got out?
Can. But I want to hear you say it.
Please.
I will find the greatest pirate treasure of all time, which I am sure you are sick of hearing about by now.
Oh no. The tale of Henry Avery. and
Oh
his
my
father.
god, you know who this guy reminds me of, Pedro?
What?
That character from the DuckTales pilot who literally managed to live for hundreds of years all out of sheer will to try and get gold.
Gold.
I remember that line. 700 years of pure will and determination.
I am a man of fortune, and I must seek my fortune.
I like how he thinks.
So yeah, Henry Avery is the pirates who had the treasure that were after in this game.
Of a lifetime. Señor Alcázar, un gusto verlo.
So yeah, Senor Alcazar, as he just said, bribed the guards apparently,
Samuel.
or maybe they're just spies that infiltrated in. Point is, they escape.
Uncharted 4, Sam's Fortune.
Hey, so yeah, now we're playing as Sam actually.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, in Chapter 5, Hector Alcazar, which you will be seeing in the next part.
All right, see you then, everybody.
See ya.
Alright,
ya.
see you then.